Punches from here on up are good. Punches from here on up are good. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves now. Come out fighting at the bell.
It's going to be a real good test for Tiger tonight. Alamo, very experienced. He has that style, unconventional style. I call it loose goose athleticism. He's almost like a non-conformist type of style, you know. Can box, can brawl a little bit, can do a little bit of everything. Very elusive, throws punches from odd angles. It's a style that Tiger has yet to master, and the matchmakers at Top Rank continue to give him these awkward, tall, lanky fighters. You see that punch right there? He was able to set up. Well schooled.
And you know what? He had trouble with Tariq Zaina. Wasn't very happy with his last performance, Tiger, because he was an awkward fighter. And I think that's exactly why they brought another awkward fighter right in, because that's where he needs to improve on. And Yomar Alamo, he's a city worker in the hometown of Aguas Buenas in Puerto Rico. 4 a.m. he's on the track, works from 7:30 to 4. Then 4:40 to 7 p.m. he's in the gym, and then home with the kids. Angeliani, 16. Day 7, and Luca, who is 2. I mean, that's what his life's about. His wife, Tim, you're gonna like this. She calls him Super Dad.
That's cool, Super Dad. I say that about my wife, Superwoman.
Break! Step back! Stop!
Both do. That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's involved in so many things. However, again, Tiger's gonna have a hard time getting in his rhythm. He has to get his jab working. And again, Alamo, again, very tactical type of fighter. Awkward. You know, he throws punches from where his hands are. Throws punches again when you least expect it. See how smart he is right now. He's picking. He's trying to anticipate that jab. Tiger, he doesn't realize that there's a left hook available for him, but he has to take the chance. He got a jab and then hook off that jab. It's there for him. See that awkward shot right there from Alamo?
Left,
yes.
yeah.
Let go of him, Tiger. You're holding him.
You know, he comes from the city of magicians. Stop. That's why his nickname is El Mago. And he's magically landing shots that Tiger's not seeing. Nice counter left, though, from Johnson, though. Great uppercut counter.
All created with his feet. Just a nice little step back, step out of range, let your opponent fall short. When he falls short, you just provide a punch for the openings that he creates. Ooh, nice shot.
Nice counter right there from Alamo as well.
Well, the problem with Alamo is he keeps his chin straight up in the air, and he pulls straight back. He moves back in straight lines. So anybody that typically moves on that straight line, man, and they stay on that straight line, you just continue to follow them out. You don't necessarily have to stop punching. Ooh,
there's
nice
that uppercut there from Tiger.
Tiger, you're holding him. Let go, Tiger.
I mean, we just saw in the last fight, Rohan Polanco walked Marcelino Lopez into a great uppercut. This one didn't have the same effect. It wasn't landed as cleanly. But you can see the makings of opportunities for Johnson against Alamo, but Alamo is no easy mark. And guess who did stop him, though, Tim?
Who?
Your favorite name in the world.
Richardson Hitchens.
Yeah!
I got it right this time.
Hey, you get a star today, brother. Give you a star on that one. Now we got to work on Ramirez, but that's a work in progress. All right, round 1 in the books. And Tiger Johnson wasn't really happy with his last performance, but what's the best thing to do when things don't go your way? You go back home. And what do you do for the people back home? You do a back-to-school event, providing free haircuts, school supplies. The city put out a boxing ring, he said. They coach kids, did a speech to motivate the kids that were sparring. And then after all that, they did a 2-mile run. And he says, to see the look on these kids' face, Tim, when you gave them school supplies, when you gave them a free haircut, he said the power was out in the projects because there had been a huge storm. Wow. People hadn't eaten for days. They were bringing lunches back home to their houses. He's like, I never knew how good it felt to make other people happy.
You know, I've been in moments like that, you know, giving back to community. You know, it definitely makes you feel like you're somewhat you've accomplished. But in order to be able to give back to people in your neighborhood, man, I mean, they'll never forget it. Trust me, they'll never forget those moments, especially the little kids that are coming up.
I mean, because this is a moment where someday the next Tiger Johnson will come out of that event, that moment, that one interaction.
That's the point I'm making. That's exactly the point I'm making.
Nice uppercut once again from Johnson. He's found his rhythm with that left uppercut and that stab jab.
So for Johnson, if he's going to have success tonight, he's going to have to get active. Yes, be a little bit more active on his front foot. Can't be straight up and down. I mean, he wants to be textbook. However, sometimes you just got to get down and dirty, man. Get in that inside, bang him down to the body, rough him up a little bit, take him out of his element. Alamo's going to continue to do what you allow him to do. You have to try to tame this man. If you don't tame him, he starts to gain more and more confidence. He becomes more and more of a headache.
And you got to keep him going uphill and not let him get that downhill momentum where he's controlling the fight. But that's how you do it. Tiger Johnson doing extremely well here. Oh, that's a 1-2 from Johnson. Excellent instructions probably from Prentice Brewer, one of the best up-and-coming trainers in the game today. And you could see the adjustments from Tiger here in round 2.
What he's doing is he's reacting off the react. So he's starting and he's finishing. That's what you do when you're in there with a guy that's a bit, I want to say, reactive as well. When every time you throw a punch, he looks to throw one back. You can set up counters on the back end. So you can lead, you know he's going to punch. You evade his shots, and then you get yours off. And that's what Tiger's doing.
Nice counter right there from Tiger. And Alamo punches any moment he gets.
That's your warning. Don't do that anymore. Come on.
Okay.
You know
that's
better.
A warning from Charlie Fitch. Taking control immediately. Right behind there, the head of Alamo is Juanmita Lopez, the son of Juanma Lopez. Nice right hand there from Alamo, who just signed to Top Rank. And I'm not sure if Johnson didn't get hurt by that right hand.
Could maybe possibly got caught off out of position.
We've seen him get hurt before. It usually happens later in his fights, but Yomar Alamo, 13 knockouts and 22 wins, and he's holding on to.
Well, he might have gotten hurt. Because now you see him the way he's tying up, trying to buy himself some time to allow his head and legs to clear. Now he looks like he has his wits back.
Looks like he caught him pulling straight back. Yomar Alamo dangerous here. He has Johnson on the ropes. Johnson with a nice right uppercut, but immediately he has to hold once again.
Look over him.
Much needed tie up right there from Tiger, just to buy himself some time. Alamo, good round, great finish to this round.
Listen, you got to stop going backwards. Stop entering back. You entering back in a straight line. Somehow, you always keep ending up on the ropes, okay? Stop entering straight backward. You got to be confident in your defense. Be boxing.
Tiger along the ropes right here. Looking for the right hand. Gets around to get his back to the center of the ring. This is a good one, too. That's what I was talking about right there. You see the jab coming from Alamo. Quick counter right over the top. And this one right here was a good shot from Alamo, punching through that high, tight guard. You know, you can go around the guard, underneath the guard, but you also can bust through that guard. And you saw Alamo right there punching through the guard of Tiger Johnson.
Yeah, and Tiger was actually a little bit buzzed there in that second round. We talked about him being hurt late in round 7 of 2 of his 8 rounders. So this is an early wake-up call for Tiger Johnson.
Tiger got to be switched on all the way through. He cannot relax in this fight. Alamo is looking for any opportunity, any type of weakness or vulnerability from Tiger.
Tiger wants to get into the world rankings, and he needs to look dominant against Yomar Alamo, especially after the performance that we saw from Rohan Polanco. Inevitably, these 3 junior welterweights are going to be compared. That's a nice straight right from Tiger Johnson. And by 3, I'm talking about Polanco, who we just saw, Tiger, who's in the ring now, and Elvis Rodriguez, who will be coming up next. Nice check hook from Tiger. He's got his wits back about him, Tim.
Yes, he does. Good inside work right there from both men. 50-50 exchange right there inside that pocket. Danger zone for both men. Usually the one with the quicker hands to get off quickly is the one that's going to dominate that exchange. Both men right there having their moments.
There's a good stab jab from Tiger.
Tiger definitely has the quicker hands, but Alamo has really good timing. And again, awkwardness.
Yeah.
unique awkwardness that helps him.
You saw that miss, but you saw how close it was as well, and it came out of nowhere.
See, look at his hands are dropped. He dropped his right hand, his backhand to block that jab to the stomach. But if you step in and try to counter him, he's elusive too at the same time. Very elusive.
Let go. Come on.
He finds ways, little subtle ways to get his head off the line, bend his waist, or get underneath shots.
Foot feints from Tiger trying to open the guard of Alamo.
Alamo reaching. Oh. Again, steps in, take a few shots, and then what did he do? He followed up with his combinations. Ooh, good shot.
And Prentice Brewer told Tiger, somehow you find yourself along the ropes there. He got out of the way, but Alamo is trying to pin him up against the ropes, and that's where he's been effective.
Work out of there. Come on.
See, that right there is a momentum. You're slowing the momentum of your opposition. When you don't like what's going on, you tie him up. You stop his momentum, then you guys get out and you reset. That's what you saw from Tiger Johnson right there.
Nice left hook to the body from Tiger. Nice right uppercut, but then he doesn't move out of the way and he lets Alamo tee off. Nothing landed clean. Ooh.
Stop, no punches, no punches. Thank you.
That's the second time that I saw Alamo lunge forward like that with his head down. If I'm Tiger, I'm looking to set him up. I'm looking to bag up, lower him in, use my jab, and set him up when he lunges forward with an uppercut. It's there.
Hey, there's Elvis Rodriguez. He's going to be fighting Kendo Castaneda, the always rugged Kendo Castaneda. Elvis currently ranked IBF number 8, WBO number 13, and WBC number 18 at 140 pounds. And that's pretty much the range where you want to be to probably get a title shot, because nobody's taking on the mandatories anymore, Tim. Everybody's looking through that 10 through 15 range for a challenger.
Look, Elvis has been at this for some time now, and I even told him in a fighter meeting, I said, man, you know, you're going to be waiting a little while for a title shot. You know, you got to build yourself back up. He had a few setbacks. I call it growing pains. That's okay. You know, however, you got to stay disciplined. You got to stay focused, and you got to stay hungry. And you can't let the politics boggle you down. You got to just continue to win and dominate your opposition that's in front of you. And if you do that, trust me, you will get a shot sooner or later at the title.
I mean, he did become the first man to ever stop Victor Postal, the former world champion. So that says something about where he is. He's trained by Freddie Roach out there in the Wild Card Gym. So you know he gets elite sparring day in and day out. He'll get to put all of that talent on display immediately after Tiger Johnson and Yomar Alamo in another junior welterweight attraction. Bernardo Osuna alongside the International Boxing Hall of Famer Tim Bradley. Fourth round of Tiger Johnson against Yomar Alamo, and things are getting heated in there. Nice combination.
Alamo just standing his ground now. He's not moving back. He'll take a half a step back, but at the same time, he's punching. Good timing and punching with Tiger, or at least attempting to. You see him right there. He's, again, standing his ground, pulling his body back to try to, in an attempt to land shots.
I mean, it's not the way you would teach it, Tim, but it's the way he does it.
That's what I'm telling you. It's unique, and he gets away with it over and over and over. But somebody got to make him pay for that. Somebody do.
They call him the Magic because he comes from the city of magicians.
Tiger needs to understand how to set something up. Look at that, raising his chin straight up in the air, pulling his body back. I always tell you guys at home, don't pull back, don't pull straight back. Sooner or later, somebody's going to make you pay. What Tiger needs to do is he needs to step in and let that right hand go.
I mean, he needs to do what Bacoli did against Jerry Anderson.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And you see Tiger gets squared up along the ropes. He's trying to corner his man. However, making himself a bigger target right there. Alamo just letting off his punches. Nice tie-up again. Stop the momentum of your opposition.
You're coming and grabbing. Box.
That clinch game, very important in boxing. Highly underused, especially by young fighters. Getting around him there.
Look over him, Delante. Quit holding him.
Nice combination there on the inside from Tiger. He
Good
turns
angle.
him and then lands a nice left hook. But Alamo's coming back with a right hand of his own.
He's definitely having his moments, but you know, Tiger definitely has her pinned up against the ropes. He's looking to land some shots. He's getting a lot more aggressive than I've seen him in the past. I think that's a good thing. He's getting comfortable inside the pocket. You want a young fighter to be comfortable in every avenue inside the ring, inside the pocket, mid-range, and also outside.
Getting towards the midway point of this 8-round attraction. Tiger Johnson, the Olympian, against Puerto Rico's Yomar Alamo.
Welcome to the State of Boxing. I just got to ask you one thing and one thing only. Do I still got it?
I think we're getting carried away and overreacting.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Cop. You see his footwork. The foundation is extremely important. I like his eyes. He's constantly scanning. He's constantly setting traps for his opponent.
This is the access that you constantly get on the State of Boxing, as you can see them dealing with the cut.
Ortiz succeeded against great odds in imposing his will.
The State of Boxing, always available on ESPN+.
And once the fight, the main card is over on ESPN following Virginia Tech at Miami, we invite you to join us right here on ESPN Plus for the State of Boxing, where we will have post-fight interviews. We'll have a recap of the night. We'll look ahead towards Better BF Vivo, the undisputed light heavyweight title fight. And we'll remember what happened this weekend, or last weekend, when Daniel Dubois pulled off the huge upset against Anthony Joshua. A lot to talk about. More importantly, what happened with Michaela Mayer and Sandy Ryan. All the trainer drama. You know what we do, Tim.
We reported. Hey, you know that Alamo split decision loss to Liam Paro, the champion, at 140?
Absolutely. And
that right there should tell you that, no, he's not a one-trick pony. One, he is the Magic Man, but at the same time, very, very experienced.
Yep.
And a really good test for Tiger.
It looks like Paro's going to be defending his title against Sandor Martin. That's going to be an interesting fight.
Stop!
Sound like a boring fight to me, but yeah.
I wanted to be kinder with my words. Not you.
Just keep it 100.
Keep it a buck.
Right on, Delante, holding his arm. Look over him.
There's some new wrinkles right here by Tiger. Trying to fight more inside the pocket, stand on the side, off the shoulders. Good head position right here. Paro's trying to get distance by pulling back off the ropes. Using the ropes adds a little bit of leverage. Again, both men fighting position. Nice little angle by Tiger. Didn't land no shots right there, but I like the idea.
Look, since you went into the record, I'm going to tell you that Yomar Alamo also had a draw against the always rugged Antonio Moran.
Stop!
And we talked about his stoppage loss against Richardson Hitchens. So, like, he's been in tough, and he's given all these guys a fight because he went 8 rounds before being stopped by Richardson Hitchens in Cleveland.
He may not have the talent, but what he does have, he has the experience. He has the ring knowledge, meaning ring IQ, and he has a few tactics that he uses. You know, we know that Tiger, by far, is a better athlete, right?
Yeah.
However, you can compete with a few tactics. Again, a strong mind. You want to know how I know that? Because that's what I used. A few tactics. Didn't have a whole lot of attributes. I wasn't tall. I didn't punch that hard. But I had some hand speed and some foot speed, and I knew how to get in position. And that's the reason why he's always tough.
Man, and you had the heart the size of this building.
Of course. I mean, there's a few other things, but I'm just saying it wasn't like just pure skill. It was actually like, hey, I knew what you tried to do or you're trying to do, and I take that away from you. And that's what Alamo does. Takes your strengths away from you.
Nice straight right there from Alamo. And where is it? When Tiger's back against the ropes.
Nice shot right there by Alamo. Alamo, he laughing.
That's just an apprentice brewer.
Go ahead. Look, if you gonna work in the inside, you can't lay on them and smother your own punches. You gotta bend your knees here, create some space, and sit down on the socks and hurt his ass. If you ain't trying to sit down on your punches and hurt him, get the fuck out of there and keep boxing. That round better, but you gotta be more consistent, man. Dang, when you in the center of the ring, he lost. He don't know what to do. The only time you give him confidence when you get the instant backwards and you ain't throwing nothing. All you doing is walking in throwing a bunch of wild shit, all right? Keep control with the jab and start just picking them apart. You was having fun there at the beginning of that round. You gotta keep that shit going throughout the whole round, okay? Be consistent. Go ahead, Sapo. Start laying on the nigga. Look, bring your knees, hands high.
Bernardo soon alongside the Hall of Famer Timothy Bradley. And Tim, you just discovered why Yomar Alamo is so awkward and experienced.
360 amateur fights. That right there, 18 losses. Amateur boxing is like
342 wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know I'm terrible at math. You remember on the State of Boxing the other day?
What you were saying
I was terrible. But anyways,
amateur boxing
is about dealing with different styles. He knows how to deal with styles.
I mean, but Delante Tiger Johnson has 205 amateur bouts, was an Olympian himself.
Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, having all of those amateur bouts again, it's not always great. It's not, you know, you got to really transition into the pros, learn how to sit down on your shots, understand various techniques and tactics inside the ring. Again, you know, the amateur system is all about point fighting. The pros is all about hurting your man.
And instead of keeping the fight in the middle of the ring, once again, Johnson's back against the ropes. He's finally able to turn Alamo.
Look over that arm, Yvante.
Nice left uppercut there from Tiger, and then he sticks around for shoe shines from Alamo.
Turning out, the fight is starting to break out now. Alamo, that was a great combination to get himself up off the ropes. Alamo senses that Tiger is still new to the inside work. Put himself in a bad position right there, and he couldn't strike from that position. Call that no man's land. Leaning on that back foot. Got caught in that position.
Yeah, that's been an issue from Tiger, trying to work on the inside and staying in the pocket. But still, you know, Alamo's not letting him be comfortable in there.
Yeah, if you're going to stay close and you're going to stay inside the pocket and you don't do no work and you're just trying to smother me, I'm going to let my hands go. It's simple as that, and that's what Alamo did right there. Just let his hands go.
That right hand in the first round caught the mouse under the left eye of Johnson. They've done a great job controlling that. Joe Guzman, the cut man over there, has a great amateur and pro pedigree. Works with a lot of fighters out of Team USA. Have a lot of confidence in him. And that jab.
It's smart. Yeah, that's smart. That's very smart from Tiger. Getting back on the stick, getting back on the outside. Trying to adjust himself. Nice right hand. Set up off the uppercut, a lead uppercut.
Now, Alamo with an uppercut of his own, but not the same zip on it. Good round for Tiger.
Tiger's getting tested tonight.
Oh, that's a nice right hand from Alamo late in the round.
Don't get wild with him, man. Don't get wild with him. Just keep boxing. He squares it. You got to 1, 2, 3, left up to the chin. Double jab, right up to the chin.
Look at this three-piece combination right here. Alamo just getting to work. You want to stay close. You don't want to do anything, young fella? Okay, I got some offense for you. Go ahead and take that. Along the ropes, what do you want to do? I tell you folks all the time, you get your opponent near the ropes, you want to bite. You saw right there Alamo biting down, getting aggressive while he has his man along the ropes. They both exchange right hands right there. You see the confidence starting to build from Alamo. I don't think that's a good thing. I think that Tiger Johnson's going to have his hands full in these next few rounds.
The Tiger is facing a guy who started his career 17-0 with 12 knockouts. He's got 1 knockout in the 5 wins since. but he's been matched tough his entire career, so this is nothing new for him.
It's not new. This is, I mean, you felt the resistance already. I mean, from a lot of young, talented fighters, you know, and this is another one that we believe that's a very talented fighter. And you see Alamo doing very well throughout these rounds.
A nice quick combination. And look, Tim, that was a round that was going really well for Tiger, and he may have let it get away from him.
Can't get complacent, especially in spots along the ropes. You know, you got to figure it out. All he had to do was tuck, step in, and smother. That's all he had to do.
Trying to set up that 1-2 again is Tiger, but Alamo's too smart for that. And when someone, Tim, has a day job and they get up at 4 in the morning to go to the gym, that means that this guy is dedicated.
Dedicated and disciplined.
He doesn't have to do it. He
Absolutely.
wants to do it.
You do it because you got to do it. That's it. And like you said, you want to do it, right?
Oh, look on him, Delante. You're holding him again. Stop! Step back, clean.
Most people pretend they want to be a fighter. Nah, he's living it.
That 1-2 from Tiger, what else can he put behind it?
Stop! Step back.
And at the same time, life is life. You know, you got to find that balance. And Alamo is always in. He's always in the fight.
Yes. And he's never been knocked down, never been cut. He didn't continue after round 8 against Richardson Hitchens. And that's another warning from Charlie Fitch, who's been barking at Tiger, saying, Delante, you're holding, probably for the last 2 rounds. And so he's got to be careful with that. This is a fight where you cannot afford a point deduction.
Yep. Got Tiger on his back foot. Tiger's going to have to box. Alamo's gaining more and more steam coming forward. He's looking for a big shot. He's fishing for a big shot for sure. Good job right there from Tiger, just getting underneath that shot.
Again, as long as he's on the stick, that makes things harder for Alamo, but that's a nice double uppercut from Tiger. But I don't feel like there's a lot behind his shots, Tim. It's a lot of arm shots from Johnson here.
A lot of arm punching. I don't see a whole lot of strength in his legs and his body. That can actually be contributed to the weight, 140 pounds. He is a big 140 pounder.
5'11".
Going to 147 could probably suit him. He can eat a little bit more and feel strong at the same time.
But then you got punchers there. And if a guy like Alamo can do this to you, remember, he was hurt in round 2.
Yeah, but that can be from the weight as well. You know, it definitely weakens your jaw.
All right, 3 more minutes of action after this 1-minute break as they go to their corners.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the theater at Madison Square Garden, we go to the 8th and final round.
The último round. This is the last round.
¿Sabes lo que tiene que hacer?
This is what you have to do. You know what you got to do. You got to go out there and win it. You have to leave it all out there.
Este es el último break que tenemos. Tenemos 3 minutos.
This is our last chance. This is our last break. I think you're going to have 3 more minutes. Think of your family.
Saca las manos. No esperes por él.
Get your hands up. Don't wait for him to throw.
Tira tú primero.
You go first.
Tú primero. Si tú sabes
Take the
tirar
lead.
Yeah. Be awkward, so you gotta let him go. Okay? You gotta be confident in your defense though.
Touch goes.
Prentice Brewer and Renard Sapo are the men who take turns giving Tiger Johnson instructions. Sapo did not have a microphone, only Prentice Brewer. That's why you heard him. And Alex Caraballo working the corner of Yomar Alamo. Final round here. Bernardo Suna, Timothy Bradley, Mark Kriegel at the theater at MSG. Former Phelps Forum. Ooh, nice straight right there from Tiger.
Tiger right there just using his hand speed. Finally letting his hands go. Probably got an earful from his trainer, Prentice Brewer. Letting him know, hey, man, you got to let your hands go, man.
And it was a sense of urgency from both sides, but it's Tiger Johnson who comes out firing.
He's controlled the first 45 seconds. Alamo's looking for his opportunity. He's looking for a low point in the offense from Tiger. There it is.
As soon as he got on the ropes, he got clipped by a great right hand.
Oh, yeah. You got to have those hands up, man, and you got to be able to drop those legs, man. Drop those knees, bend those knees, and get underneath those shots.
Now, Alamo has momentum. We talked about momentum and how it shifts, and Tiger's stuck in the middle of the ring as he counters with a nice left.
It's energy. It's called energy management. That's what it's called. Alamo, he's been through some things, so he understands how to manage his energy. He was letting the young bull go ahead and express some of that energy. Go ahead, keep punching at me, keep punching at me. But when you have that low point in your offense and your energy, when you're trying to recover, I'm going to come on.
And if you're trying to recover in the worst place for you, which is up against the ropes, there's nowhere for you to go and escape this right hand of Yomar Alamo.
So right now, it's Tiger's job right now to go ahead and let his hands go. Confident. Ooh, nice counter. Little roll right there from, again, I'm telling you. Alamo's something else, man. He's something else.
He's a 25-fight veteran. Awkward has been in with great fighters. Not just good fighters, excellent fighters like a current world champion, Liam Paro, Richardson Hitchens, Antonio Moran, among others. Kendo Castaneda, who's going to see next. He took his unbeaten record, Tim. So this guy collects undefeated fighters with O's. Nice left there from Tiger. That was another left from Alamo.
Good exit right there. Getting underneath that shot from Tiger. Look at Tiger now, just tying up. Again, trying to get a little breather.
Tim, the judges have some work on their hands
my
here.
gosh, I don't even know how they scoring this fight, to be honest with you.
Ooh,
Nice left. And you see the reaction. The judges are looking at the punches landing, and they're looking at the way the fighter is reacting to it. Or at least they should be.
A draw would not surprise me here.
Oh, did he do a backhand?
Yes, he did. My goodness. There you see Yomar Alamo. Hey, this is New York City, but half of the Puerto Ricans are out here supporting Yomar Alamo. And Tim, he gave Tiger Johnson all he could handle. This is the shot you were talking about, Tim.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Look at this backhand right here. But look at Tiger's eyes. He had a feeling something was coming back. My goodness. He tried to slap him with the right, then backhand him. Literally backhand him. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
He was closer to hitting the referee, Charlie Fitch, than he was to hitting Tiger Johnson. But good thing it was at the end of the fight. An illegal punch, to be honest. But, man.
Very hard fight to score. A lot of ebbs and flows. You know, big learning experience for Tiger tonight. Curious to hear what the scorecards read. And very, very close.
Look, we're talking about tonight's a comparative fight. We just saw what Rohan Polanco did.
Yeah.
We saw what Richardson Hitchens did against this same
fighter. It's night and day, man. Come on now. It's night and day. And you already know the history of Richardson Hitchens and Tiger Johnson. Yeah. They don't like each other. And I'm sure Hitchenson's going to get on social media after watching this tonight because Hitchinson stopped him, right?
Yeah, 8 rounds.
And he's going to say, man, you ain't ready. But good back and forth action right here. Saw a little bit of improvement for Tiger in the inside. Again, I told you guys at the beginning, this is going to be a tough fight for Tiger. A very awkward opposition tonight, I would say. Alamo, very crafty in there in his own way. See, when you put your head to the side like that and you're able to land shots like this, you know, that's something you can't train for. You really can't. You got to be really instinctive inside that ring. And like I said, you got to get down and dirty and get in the trenches and push this man back because he can make you look silly in spots. And you saw Tiger in spots look a little bit silly. I'm not going to lie. Alamo made a miss. You saw the defense afterwards. However, good showing by both men. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the man with the scorecards is Mark Chinook. Let's see what the judges have.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here inside the theater at Madison Square Garden, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Alan Nace and Martha Tremblay both have it 78-74. John Basile has it 77-75. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Tiger Johnson!
You hear the crowd.
That's why I was quiet. I wanted to hear their reaction. Not happy with the unanimous decision win for Tiger Johnson, who improves to 14-0. Timmy really had to work at this one.
Oh, he sure did.
And he got lucky.
And I'm letting you know, man, if he doesn't get better in the next, I would say by the end of this year, man, it's not going to look good for his career.